It's showtime.
Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. My name is Kix, and at least joining me is Rapid, but he's not. It's all good. He's probably asleep. It's really late in Korea, so... And I didn't poke him when I should have done. But either way, solo casting again today, another STPL Round 3 Showmatch series. This time we're watching bwL versus Valhalla team. And now we did see a little bit of an interesting one just now. We did see a PvP that ended very, very quickly, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is a show match. We did see a little bit of a rush coming in from SFCA. Maybe check out the VOD if you missed it, but maybe not. Depends if you want to see a guy dying to 2 gates. So a little bit of a build order win there by SFCA. Gonna give BT a little bit of a quick... man, I'm forgetting all my words today. A quick lead in the series. So let's actually have a look at who our second set of players are going to be. Okay, so for bwL, and apparently their shirt is the complete wrong colour because it's being completely cut out by my chroma key. It's going to be Kingdom. Now Kingdom, a fairly accomplished Zerg, well Protoss player even. He did play for Naz beforehand, had a little bit of a falling out with one of their players, so decided to step aside and make his own team. Now they've got the flashiest shirt, I would say, so far in the STPL, given the fact it's going crazy. There's not really too much I can do about it. It must be the same color as my green screen, but it's all good. So fighting him is going to be his opponent. It's going to be BlackSoNs. Now BlackSoNs was added to the Valhalla team roster after the fact they joined the league, so I'm not really too sure about how he will do or what his sort of skill level is. But it should be really nice to see how he performs here in a ZVP against Kingdom. Now Kingdom, a very strong North American player. I don't know if he's Canadian like Dragon is, or he's just North American, but I know a lot of bwL are East Coast Americans, some on the West Coast as well. So let's have a look at what map they're going to be playing on. We're going to be heading on over to Sin Peaks of Baekdu. Now, Sin Peaks of Baekdu, a pretty old map, the oldest map in the pool. I think the oldest map we've actually had in the STPL so far. Wow, apparently my stream is offline according to Twitch. Hopefully that isn't the case. But yeah, Sin Peaks of Baekdu from about 2006 was remade in StarCraft 2, came back as Crossfire. Didn't really work out with the StarCraft 2 balance. Works out a little bit better here in StarCraft 1. Once again, we've got a map with quite long rush distances. Spawns at 2 and 7 o'clock. Very weird shaped mains for a more modern map, of course. There is a third base you can take by mining out the minerals, blocking the ramp. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way, running your units across, but it's quite far away. A little bit harder to take a third base. There is, of course, the third bases around 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock, I guess, so maybe that's more 1 o'clock. But either way, let's head on to the game and let's see how our players are going to play this one out. It's going to be a PvZ between bwLife's Kingdom and Valhalla team's BlackSoNs. Starting us off here in the 1 o'clock position, we do have the green Protoss player fighting for bwL. It's going to be Kingdom. And his opponent down here in the bottom left position is going to be the blue Zerg fighting for Valhalla team. It's BlackSon. Or BlackSon. I guess it'd be BlackSon, wouldn't it? It's kind of hard to say BlackSon though. BlackSon is a lot easier to say. I don't know. I'm sure there's a guy from Valhalla team in the chat right now. He wants to correct me. And please feel free to, if you do ever notice anything weird with the stream production, stream quality, anything I'm saying wrong, please do point it out. I will read the comments and I'll use them to improve. I mean, the STPL now has been going on for 6 months. Started back in June. Here we are in October nearly. still going strong. We're going into round 3, so it's been about 3 months per round. Round 1 took a little bit longer. There was a weird little break in round 2 as well, because I went to Amsterdam for a holiday, so everything fell behind a little bit. But we're going to have an overpull coming in for BlackSoN here, which is a little bit of a middle-of-the-road build in CVP. Not going to play too aggressive, not going to be playing too greedy either. It's going to be very hard for the Zerg player to take that natural expansion very quickly. And it'll be the same for our Protoss play. You see dual gateways coming up again. Kingdom taking revenge for his accomplice in the previous game, looking to put in a little bit of hurt against the Zerg player who will struggle to take this early natural expansion. But of course the same struggle does happen to affect Zerg and Protoss, so either way, neither player can expand super safely. That's why you see this overpull coming in, just giving Zerg the ability to get those lings out and maybe do a little bit of harassment, push the Zealots back, and just see what they can achieve. Now, it's going to be double Zealots, no gas coming in just yet. I mean, we could actually see a Nexus coming up behind this, but of course, when you're spending 200 minerals on Zealots every like 15-20 seconds, however long it is, it does make it a little bit harder to save for that Nexus. Now, BlackSoN is able to build a decent number of lings. He's going to have to really try and hold on to his natural ramp for as long as humanly possible. But I know Faust, as he just said in chat, a very, very big advocate of this map. One of the games he played in... I can't remember where I played you, Faust. I think it was either Rookie Team League or something, but it was a really, really fun game we played. You killed me with Guardians, but that's all in the past. We're talking about ZVP here now. I mean, Kingdom is doing a very cool job here. This is like a very tight choke, only small units can go through there, and he uses his Zealots to create a wall, and this stops any possible counterattacks coming in from the lings. Now, there is, of course, the lings' opportunity to go around. They can take the long route to go around and do some harassment. Obviously, there's probably going to be some Zealots on the ramp back at home. And this Overlord is going to stop Kingdom from really being able to hide too much. So, I mean, BlackSoN going to be feeling pretty good right now. He does have a decent number of lings. Of course, his drone count not as high as he'd like it to be, but of course it's a very different map. It's not really a modern map, so you can't spam drones or anything like that. Your opponent isn't going for a Nexus first or anything crazy like that either, so you don't need a massive economy. But here we go. Looks like we're going to have the first engagement of the game. BlackSoN going to be very apprehensive about pushing into this. You can see Kingdom doing a very good job trying to pull back to the ramp the second the lings come in, and that's because he wants to get the best surface area as well, the best surface area as humanly possible. And here we go. Has BlackSoN made enough lings to make this happen? I was playing a team melee yesterday with Cadenti, TT1 and Splax, and I learned how hard it is to micro lings against Zealots. So this is going to be a difficult fight for BlackSoN to take, but there is a lot of lings for this stage in the game. Kingdom's Zealots getting caught a little bit, taking a lot of damage, but once again he pulls back to this ramp. This is the perfect position for him to send all his units. He knows that the Zerglings are not going to be able to trade efficiently on the ramp. And here we go. Looks like we're going to have another... We're going to go into round 2. We see BlackSoN splitting up his lings really well. Is he going to try and loop around? Yes, he is. This is going to be the engagement. Will it decide whether or not BlackSoN holds or not? He's got a great surface area on a lot of these Zealots, for the Zealots repositioning themselves. Zerglings falling, and a lot of these Zealots are still left alive. I mean, if we look there, a lot of them on high health as well, only really taking shield damage, but of course they've been softened up, and that's what BlackSoN needs. And now we see back at home, Kingdom is going into a Stargate, so he's going to go for one base Corsair, possibly even DTs. But here we go. It looks like the Zergling's going to come back in once again. Obviously, these Zealots have been very softened up. You see Kingdom trying to make his way back. Very, very good micro. And it's not the Kingdom. It's the North American Kingdom. They've got the same name, but they do share the... Well, I guess he shares the name because he was a big fan of him in the past. Much like we have someone on white called #1 Flash. And we also have someone called Last as well on red. Obviously last is a little bit more of a common name, so I don't really want to say that was because of that. But number 1 Flash, definitely more likely. But here we go, Kingdom coming in with a large swell of Zealots. The Zealots he was pulling back at home have finally come into this engagement. He's looking very strong right now. The Corsair gonna come in, gonna do a lot of damage. Interestingly, BlackSoN hasn't opted to go for any Sunkens or anything. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of a mistake. I mean, he may get one of these Zealots. He doesn't kill it. It was a couple of hits away, but he pulls away. And every Zealot he doesn't kill is going to be a big advantage. We see an entire control group of Zealots down here now. And with a Forge coming in, we could see even some cannons up here to reinforce this if he really wanted to. Doesn't look like he wants to expand. But this is going to be the move that BlackSoN is going to try and make. He's going to try and send some of his lings around. Now finally, we see some creep colonies coming in, but the Sunken's going to be very delayed. Really did need these a little bit earlier, of course. It's going to delay for the Zerglings just a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of lings to be sending behind. I mean, he's going to try and intercept the reinforcements. Maybe do some damage to the mineral line, but is he going to be able to hold on at the front? I'm not so sure. The first Sunken finishes, but just look at how many Zealots there are. I mean, regardless how many lings you get into the Protoss base, but he's holding. Kingdom is pulling back a lot of his Zealots on incredibly low health, and this is a fight he can't take, and the lings are in the main. They're doing so much damage to the probe line. Kingdom didn't manage to hold. Back at home, he didn't pull his Zealots onto the ramp, and he could lose his Nexus, and if this Nexus goes down, this could be so bad. He's not going to have the minerals to rebuild it, and he's going to have to go all in. We see BlackSoN doing everything he can. He needs to focus it, and he gets the Nexus. This is going to have to be GG. Surely, I mean, he's got 380 minerals, but he doesn't have any money for anything. He's going to add 2 more Zealots. He's going to go for the all-in here. This is the only choice he has. And I mean, these Corsairs are killing so many Overlords. We're going to see BlackSoN being completely supply blocked in just a moment. I mean, BlackSoN has a lot of gas, but he's not got much of anything else. And I mean, this is still a game that Kingdom can win. Kingdom is double the Zerg supply. He has every single probe he has, every single Zealot. BlackSoN is going to be holding with everything that he can muster, but he needs to pull his drones, I feel. He's not going to be able to build any more units to reinforce this. He can't even afford any Sunkens back at home, and these probes going to be eating a lot of damage, and here we go. Looks like we're going to have a big final engagement. Is the Protoss player going to come out on top? It looks like they are. The Lings finding it so difficult to engage this Zealot army, but a lot of the Zealots still very badly hurt. I mean, this could still go either way, but it looks like BlackSoN could lose this. He's added on a lot of extra lings. I mean, this is do or die for Kingdom. He has nothing back at home. This is every single unit he's got, but BlackSoN going to be supply blocked again. Doesn't have the minerals to add any more units. And there we go. It's going to be so hard for BlackSoN to hold on to this. This is one of the closest PvZs I think I've ever casted. And this is all thanks to Sin Peaks of Baekdu. But here we go, the Lings are going to try and delay as long as humanly possible. There is a Sunken coming up back at home. It could go down though. The drone drill, not perfect the position. Not great for it. And here we go, a lot of the Zealots have actually gone down. The probes going down as well, but there's only 2 Zerglings and 6 drones against about 7 probes and 1 Zealot. I think Kingdom has done it. The all-in has paid off for him. He didn't need minerals. He didn't need a Nexus even. The power of Zealots and regenerating probes going to be a little bit too much, and there's even another Zealot and probe coming in here just to add insult to injury. And BlackSoN is not going to be feeling good about this game. Their Kingdom is going home the king today of his own empire. Sin Peaks of Baekdu. Man, that is certainly one way to end the game. I mean, there's the only option he possibly had was to go and kill all the buildings, but there's just so many buildings that Lings wouldn't have done it. And I mean, he's trying to process what's happening. He's seeing if he can do anything. The probes are actually blocking for this Zealot. I mean, it's going to be a long time, but look how good probes are, guys. I mean, yeah, there we go. The last unit's going to go down. GG! And Kingdom is going to take down BlackSoN to bring us in to our 4th game. Okay, I'm just going to show the replay bar. Okay, he does eventually leave. I thought he was going to kill everything, but he didn't. I mean, what a game. How can you possibly describe that? Like, you don't get games like that on maps like Fighting Spirit. Of course you can do, but that's one of the benefits of seeing a little bit of out of map. You do see weird situations like that. Now, I genuinely thought that with that counterattack, the BlackSon was going to win the game, but unfortunately, I mean, Kingdom just had way too much stuff. Like, Kingdom's probes cleaned up all of the Zerglings. He lost the Nexus. Maybe focusing the Nexus was the issue. Can't really be too sure there, unfortunately, but I'm just going to head into a quick break. And when I say a quick break, it's going to be a 5-minute one. So we'll be back after this with game number 3. See you guys very